Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is Tony Harvin. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'd like to thank everybody for coming to this channel, liking, subscribing, leaving your comments, whether positive or negative. Much love and much prayers to everybody. This here is Live Conversations number 151. Number 151. This is Live Conversations number 151. Here's my disclaimer, and I always have this disclaimer. I'm not a pastor. I'm not a preacher. I'm not a prophet. I don't hold any type of office in the church. You understand that? I'm just a brother here having regular conversations. That's it. So here, this topic is on a conning so-called preacher, a con man out there. You understand that? Fooling the people, So I'm glad that I have a platform to speak for people in general, to warn the people, to expose so-called false prophets, you know what I'm saying? Stealing money from people, conning and whatnot. You understand that? You know what I mean? So we here, we're going to talk about, this false preacher of, stealing money from people and things like that. And we're going to have one person, who has been in, I'm going to just say a victim or whatever, you know what I'm saying? A guy with a kind heart, caring heart, and things like that. And he's going to explain, his situation with this person called St. Louis. I call him St. Doofus. You understand that? And I remember this guy. You understand that? I don't know if y'all could think back a while back, a couple of months ago, or maybe 5 or 6 months ago, there was this person. And this guy always say he's homeless, he's sleeping in the car and whatnot and what have you and things like that. You got to be careful in general. People will use vulnerable tactics in general. You understand that? To get the people to give them some form of monetary or anything that they may be like wolfing for in general. So months back, and it slipped my mind when I allowed him on here, and he stated he was homeless or whatever the case may be. I remember the guy named C1983. He made a disturbing video in reference to Tony Harvin, me, and I thought about it, and I said, this man been lying all this time. You know what I mean? How can a man be a so-called preacher? Or if you're just putting out the truth or whatever the case may be, how can you try to fool the people just for a couple of dollars? You understand that? Listen, be a man. Be a man. You understand? Go out there, go work. Listen, if you got to flip burgers, go ahead and do it. If you got to work for Amazon, throwing packages at the door, go ahead, man. You understand? Listen, you can't call yourself so-called preacher. And even if you're just a brother in the truth, and then you try to manipulate the people by stating that certain individuals is making different YouTube profiles and whatnot and saying it's Tony Harvin. Listen, Tony Harvin worked 14, 15 hours overnight. I don't have time for that. You understand that? I don't have time for it. So we got Brother Craig Giselle on here, and he's one of the people who have discussions on here. Very sincere brother, follows the truth of God. And he's gonna explain his story in general. Shout out to everybody in the chat room. I'll be talking with y'all through the text or whatever the case may be in the chat room. But I'm gonna give Craig Giselle the floor. I would hope that Mr. Tommy Ingram, comes on or feel the need to come on to explain his situation, because it's not just one person. Mr. St. Doofus did it to. He did it to a variety of people. You understand that? But I'm going to let Mr. Craig Giselle, Corey Finney, you says, is that the same guy threatened to sue you or something like that? I mean, I guess. I don't know what he's going to sue me for. You understand that? The man don't even give his real name or real face. You understand that? So we're going to let Craig Giselle, explain the situation. So Craig Giselle, the floor is yours.
Oh, all right. Thank you, Tony. Thanks for having me on, and thanks, Chad and everybody. Can you hear me all right, or can you hear my microphone all right? All right. So here's the situation. When St. Louis was on here, and I heard that he was homeless or whatever, or so he claimed. And I was like, I know that he discontinued or whatever happened with the biblical discussions, but I was like, you know what? I do feel bad if he is in that situation. And, you want to help him out and everything. So, what actually ended up happening, he made a video and said something about, I think it was the word omnipotent not being in the Bible. So I said, hey, in the book of Revelations, it's in there. And then he started responding to my comment by saying he wanted to address me. I was laughing at his homeless situation, which he had no proof of. Then he made a video calling me Craig Casper the Ghost and two other videos on me, which after going to YouTube, they were removed because he was making up lies. But then I also commented on his page. This is how I got to email on him. I commented, listen, St. Louis, I told him, I don't want any discourse with you. I don't want any, strife with you or anything. And I'm willing to help you out if you are in a situation. So I offered at first. And I didn't expect anything from him. He didn't ask me or anything. And I offered because I felt bad because I thought he might be in a situation. And given that and everything, I know other people had said before that they helped him out and everything. And I was thinking, if the guy genuinely needs help, I want to help him out. There was nothing in it for me, and I don't expect anything in return. So what I did was, we got the email in, and I have all the emails in a folder saved. And so after emailing him, and I actually downloaded a Cash App. I didn't have it before, and I created an account so I could help him out. And since it's my business, initially I gave him my word it would be between me and him. But then after what had manifested and happened, I let him know in advance. I mean, since you can't even give me your name, now it's going to be known what you did. So I helped him out with $150, and and I didn't expect anything in turn. I offered. So then yesterday I received a message from him, uh, an email that said $150 requested on Cash App for food. And then something just rang in my mind that, you know what? I don't know exactly who I'm dealing with here. Um, so I emailed him back. He said, "Do you think you could help come through with me?" So actually, hold on one second. If I go to present and I go to share screen, wait, if I can you guys see my screen? Can you see my screen?
Yeah, it's there.
Oh,
Hold on.
okay. Because you might be able to see my
Oh, it's like a all right, there you go, right there.
oh, can you see my email now?
Uh, yeah, you good.
Okay. So, look, he said he doesn't ask YouTubers for food. This is his profile name. $150 for food, waiting for you to accept this request, right? And then what I did was I said, "Hey, St. Louis, I can give you $20 if that will help out." And then he said, "This is him. Are you able to come through for me this morning on Cash App so I can get something to eat?" I wasn't going to give him 150 because I don't have that to give, but I gave him 20. So then I said, "I hope it can help out." And he said, "Thank you. It did. God bless." I said, "If that will help out." He said, "Thank you. It did. God bless." Now check this out. After I was emailing him and I sent him because he said he was going to deny it wasn't him. He said, "Sorry, not me." And after I sent him, he's saying I exploited him and everything. And when I just didn't, he said, "I never asked you for no money." And I have screenshots where he came on my channel, etc. So the point, oops. All right, stop screen. So the point I'm getting at is after I had already given him the money, then goes on Cash App and changes his name like that would change the transactions or whatever. But what he didn't expect to know was not only are the transactions still in there, now I'll show you my phone screen. This is my Cash App, and these are the transactions. And he thought by changing his name from what it was, Carl 1983 or whatever, to St. Louis, that would change the transactions. And it just didn't change it at all. All it did was make it known it's St. Louis even more. Now, he told me his name is Michael. I don't know what his name is. His profile says Carl. He says he's St. Louis. Then he says his name's Michael. I guess he's a Trinity, right? Three persons in one. But anyway, my point is what I learned from this and got an understanding that, I didn't expect anything from St. Louis. I didn't want any strife or discourse or anything, and I was just trying to help him out. And after I helped him out, not before the fact, after I helped him out, I just asked him a simple question. I said, "Hey, St. Louis, can I ask you something honestly? Uh, why don't you reveal your full name? Because more people would be willing to help you out. They'd be willing to know you as you truly are." And I said they'd be able to verify who they're talking with and be able to it was just something simple. Like, if I already helped you out, I just want to know who you are. I mean, my name's Craig Sell, your name's Tony Harvin. And I mean, what's there to hide? And then then all of a sudden, because I asked that, I'm of the devil. I'm an agent sent by Tony Harvin to spy on his channel. And all of a sudden, God told St. Louis about me in advance that I was of the devil and that I was out to do him harm or something, which isn't the case at all. I just asked him his name. And then the first thing he emailed me back was, "Why, so you can run a background check and do criminal records and make up stuff about me." Now, I have a question for St. Louis or whoever he is. Why is it that your mind that you go there automatically? Why is it that you go to that place thinking somebody's going to make up for you? I mean, what is there to hide at this point? And why me, after already giving my money to you, would I even go there? It's worthless for me to spend my time on that. Like, seriously. And the fact that you're not willing to even just tell me who was trying to help you out and other people, just your name, asking authentically, humbly, right? Being completely honest. Because what that's doing by not saying your name is showing you're not being completely honest or truthful. I wasn't trying to get anything from him or scam him or anything. But I can rest assure you this, I've learned from this that you don't know who you're given to online and everything. If there's a person who won't even tell you your name after you help them out and you're trying to help them get to a better place, and then they won't even reveal their face, which, by the way, he thought because I said something, I said if I knew his name, I'd be able to actually tell who I was talking with. He said, I want to see a picture of him. He always says anybody that wants to see a picture of him is gay or there's something wrong with seeing another. No, I want to know who I'm talking to so I can just verify, okay, I'm helping this person out. Now, and that's basically it. So what I'm going to say, I mean, you know what? Whatever he did with the money, that's his. It's not even about the money. It's about the honesty. He knows to go to people who are in a church or of God, and because he knows they're more likely to give or help him out. Like, for example, Tony, you didn't know about any of this until I called you yesterday, right?
In reference to him conning people in general.
Or no, I mean, like, you didn't even know I was emailing him back and forth or any of this until I called you yesterday.
Well, I mean, sometimes I look around on YouTube, browse. I mean, I saw some comments. I was going back and forth. That's about it. You know what I mean? I didn't really like pay attention too much because I know what type of person he is, but I didn't know the
Yeah,
extent.
but he thinks that you sent me or something, or he thinks that there's this big scheme to everybody to make him look bad. But let me just say this to everybody who does feel bad for him or who says that they know him and everything. Look at his fruits, look at his interactions with people online, and look at his content and his videos. Are they fruits of God? I find in almost every interaction he has with people, either they're a false prophet, they're of the devil, or they lie on his name, or they're making stuff up about him. And I'm sure you'll have a string of videos saying, "Oh, Craig's of the devil now, false prophet." He even made a video saying Craig Casper the ghost because I'm white, right? And then that video was taken down because why does he bring race into it? Anyway, my point is, look at the fruits and look at the person. I mean, I learned from this not to fall for con men. That's for sure. I was just trying to help the guy out, and he just can't simply tell me his name. I wasn't trying to incriminate him or anything, and I just don't know why his mind went there. So that's what I have to say.
So, every time you make a video or every time we come on somebody's channel or whatever the case may be, there are certain individuals, the same individuals who comment and whatnot. It's almost seemed like it's a group type of thing of conning the people, scamming the people, and things like that. And when you speak the truth on him, they try to bombard you and take up for this con artist. So I'm going to show the public. I'm going to show the public a text message. I'm going to show you our text message from October the 13th. So there's this thing whereas though you can go to in your if you got Google Play Store, whatever the case may be, or even online, you can create numbers. You know what I mean, like a text free or pinger or whatever the case may be, and you can switch up your area code. You know what I mean. So this person, I think I was with my children or whatever the case may be that day, just chilling out, and this person called me. It was his friend. They call him JP, Caucasian brother, or whatever the case may be. You know, and I usually have like I got an automatic phone recorder. It's just automatic. You know what I'm saying? Can't do nothing about it. You know,
Yeah.
I wouldn't put out a phone conversation due to like legalities to it. You know what I'm saying? Certain states, you can't do that because it can be classified as a felony.
I also know he recorded one of your phone calls and posted it as well.
Yeah, but it wasn't
Yeah.
it wasn't really it wasn't really that. It's the same way I talk over the phone. I talk now. You understand? So
Yeah.
what they try to do is try to record you, and they think they putting out something new, but this is how I talk in general. You understand that? I mean, he's a punk, he's a coward, and stuff. You understand? So but with this situation, I don't know if y'all can see it. If I could put it, I don't know if y'all can see it. Y'all can't see it. Too bright.
I can kind of see it.
Oh, let me see.
Oh, now I can. Yeah.
Uh, you see it?
Yeah. Yeah.
You see it? So the same number who texted that after the fact that they called me is the same number who sent those text messages. So what they were saying is that I text myself that I don't even use profanity at all. You understand that? And there's a whole bunch of profanity in here. You know what I'm saying? I don't use profanity, whether it's outside of here or in general. I just don't do it. I don't even talk like that with nonsense. You understand? So this was from a Caucasian dude. You understand that? And they're trying to play these little trickery games, like Brainwash TV just came up in here, typing. They're trying to say that was me. Listen, I'm using my two hands. How can that be me if the man is typing is in my chat room? You understand that? So they try to play these little games and whatnot, and they go to people from the truth of God, and then they bounce around to go to people who's against the truth of God and things like that to try to cause a lot of friction and things of that nature. You got people out there like that. He's very crafty, very shifty, but his days is up. You know what I mean? Every time I make a video exposing him, talking about him conning people and things like that, like a day or two later, I will get an email stating that somebody reported the video and things like that. But it can't be taken down. You
And
understand?
he did, Eddie. That's funny you just said that because he did. The last email he sent to me was, if you say anything about me or what happened, he said, I'm going to get all my subscribers to flag your videos and everything all at once. And so, which he doesn't have many subscribers, but, but
Yeah, yeah. So the thing is, even when he had certain videos of material that he took from my channel, he thought that I used somebody else's name. Now you got YouTube, man. So your studio, there's a section on the far left, you see copyrights. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's the section that says copyright. It tells you who's been using your material or the material that's on your channel. You know what I mean? Your YouTube channel is linked to your name. Nobody else. You understand that? Nobody else. So if somebody is using your material or whatever material you got on your channel, if they use it, that's accountable for without permission and things like that. That can be accountable for copyright infringement on the lower tier level of YouTube. Now, there's a higher tier. When you go to the government website of copyrights and you submit that and you want full copyrights and things like that on a higher tier level, he don't understand that. You understand that? He don't understand.
Yeah.
So if I create a video of live conversations, Tony Harvin is I copyright my stuff. You understand that? That's what they don't get. So him reporting little things, that stuff don't work. You know what I mean? Especially with
Yeah.
it's not about popularity, but if you got a channel like that and things of that nature, it really can't do no damage to nobody because you're using it basically for negativity. You understand that? So
Yeah.
so if
And
anybody,
I do want to say I didn't want to, come on here and cause anything, but like the situation, I just want people to know like nobody knows who St. Louis is, and the reason why that's important is because online you could use any alias and get money out of people, and you could create a situation where your life is this way when it's not, and then get money from people that are willing to give. So that's what I mean.
absolutely, you know what I mean. So and I think that same conversation that he might have put up. I don't know if he deleted the section where he said that he had his name copywritten, that I can't use, that I can't say nothing about him. You understand? You can't copyright a city name. You understand that?
Yeah.
So how delusional can somebody be stating that they can copyright a city government type of name in general? So I just ask people to watch out for people like that because they is lurking out there and things of that nature. So we here in general, well, to expose this guy, to really warn the people. It doesn't matter if you don't follow the truth of God, you have any dislike or whatever. Listen, this is a warning. You know what I mean? Because he's not doing over here, he's going to other places. You know what I'm saying? He's going to the church in Alabama. They people. I heard him on them two false prophets in Canada and whatnot. He's just going all over the place. And what he's trying to do is trying to get people also to gather with him to come against this and whatnot. Listen, I've seen it all. There's nothing new under the sun. You understand? There's nothing new under the sun. When you got the devil out there going crazy in general. So if anybody have questions or whatever in relation to this situation, or if you have been through anything, that was
Uh,
you.
Tony, can I share something on my screen again?
Good.
All right, so I'm gonna present, and I'm gonna go to share screen. All right, share. So if I hit preview, can you guys see this screenshot right here? It says so he changed his name to St. Louis. Do you see the St. Louis right there?
Yeah.
And so he changed his name, saying that thinking that that would not show him up as him, but it still showed up on a transaction. And for food yesterday, he canceled it because I already had given him $20. So that's just a show, and I can even zoom in. So yeah, like don't be fooled and everything. And so I'm not making this. I'm not making this up at all. Like I have no reason to make this up or any of this stuff. I mean, hey, it is what it is. I prayed to God because I said a prayer last night because I was like, if he is in a bad situation, I didn't want to be tarnishing him or like misleading or anything. But then it just came to light today. I just asked him a simple question. Hey, what is your name? And then all of a sudden I'm of the devil and stuff. So it came to light and that's what happened. So
Yeah. So the reason why we got put off this channel, you know what I'm saying, for the discussions, you know what I mean, as I always mentioned, the man made a physical threat to somebody, and I can't have that on this channel. You understand that? So he may state that, oh, well, I don't want to come back on Tony Harvin channel for a discussion. You got kicked off. You understand? So how could you come back on, or how could you have a suggestion or thought that you would get back on here, or state that you don't want to come back on here when you got fired from off here. You understand? I can't tolerate that, and things of that nature. You know. So let me see. Corey Finney says, because of these hustlers, G said, may God continue to bless you, brother. He heard my cry. Says, I know you ain't making that up.
And,
Great. Yeah.
and can I mention something too? Here's one thing I did have an issue with. He said I laughed at his homeless situation when that's not true at all. Does he know that I've been on dialysis for 5 years? And
Mm.
I've been on have kidney failure for over 5 years, and I'm still waiting on a kidney transplant. So me going through suffering, I was willing to help him out. And the thing is, I want to laugh at somebody else's homeless situation. I mean, I don't know what fruit that is of. I bet he didn't even know I was on dialysis.
Mm.
So, and I don't usually like to talk about my situation because there's no need to. I know God has a plan. God gives me life, and it's all up to God. So, that just being said, yeah, I mean, I definitely learned to definitely be wary of online too and helping people out. That's not to say in general out in public not to help people, but to definitely be more cautious.
Yeah, because a lot of people out there, they will pimp and use the word of God to get what they want. You understand that? It's a sad situation. Listen, they gotta know the Bible from Genesis to Revelations. That's their whole motive. Excuse me. You understand that? We're gonna study the scriptures. You know what I mean? To really get in tune with church people in general, because a lot of people in the church, we got to be honest. You know what I mean? I've given money away to people and stuff like that, and what have you. We givers, we cheerful givers
Yeah.
in general. So you got people who scheme on folks like us in general, which is a very satanic thing to do. And what in our up to date terms, what goes around comes around. You understand that? So his
Yeah.
death, will come if he don't repent and get himself together, because he probably think it's a joke. He
Yeah. And
probably really
I'm
think
sure
that.
I was going to say, I'm sure there's going to be a string of videos, which it doesn't bother me because we all know the truth and the truth's been shown. And if he comes out with any emails, I have every single email and comment I sent, even on the videos that were taken down. I have all my comments. I'm not an idiot. So, what I'll just say about that, I'm sure you guys will see I'm some kind of false prophet or some kind of devil and stuff. What you guys can just judge for yourselves. That's all I'm going to say.
That's what they try to do. They try to call me a false prophet. When have I ever said I was a prophet? You understand?
Exactly.
When have I said I'm a preacher? That's my disclaimer in the beginning. I'm not none of those things. You understand?
Exactly.
So they would come up with all these, foolish things and try to change the narrative to, the devilish things that they're doing. I'm pretty sure he's excited about Wicked Ween coming up. You understand? 'Cause that
Yeah.
that day time is definitely, what I mean. People like him definitely love this type of time in general because of the wickedness and what have
Yeah.
he's really showing out this month, as you can see. You understand?
Yeah.
For a man who don't want, we ain't concerned about how you look in general. You know what I'm saying? We ain't from Flower Town. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
At least, you know what I mean? You come on here with the name St. Louis. You know what I mean? And in the beginning, I should have noticed that when I put him up when I put him up in the biblical discussions, because when he came to me and stating that he was homeless, that video that I spoke about earlier, it didn't pop in my head. That he was in a house, that he was
Yeah.
a little nice little, little bathroom, whatever the case may be. So it's like, wow, you got people out there like that. You even got people who go outside to panhandle, knowing they got a good job.
Yeah, yeah, my dad was saying that actually, and my dad also made the point in every state there are programs and stuff and like pantry places and food kitchens you can go to and there is help you can get. And I'm just saying for companies that are hiring year round and companies that hire almost anybody, UPS is one of them. They definitely hire all the time. I know because I worked for them. And
Hmm.
definitely, the busy season's coming up, I'm sure. So in other words, there's no excuse not to be able to um, go try to better yourself or work towards something or save some money as well. There are opportunities out there is my point.
Yeah, man. I mean, I don't know if the brother's working, you know what I mean? But if he's working and things like that, which I don't think he is, he's spending all his time, low riding and making all these foolish videos and trying to con the people and what have you. You know what I mean?
That's my point. How does he have the time to do that and just not? I don't get it. I don't know.
Mm, absolutely, man. So, in general, we just here, to warn the people and things like that. This is not the first person, you know what I mean, in general, who tried to con the people. There was a guy long ago, years ago. I don't know if y'all remember him. He went by the name of Mustafa Abdul Ali, Willie Wester from Charleston, South Carolina, and things like that. He was another one. You understand? But Mr. Saint Doofus is like a little bit more on a higher tier level of what he's trying to do. So you got a lot of people out there, they conning, you know what I mean? They plotting, they can make fake profiles of your name, my name. I'm pretty sure we seen it. They did it of the Gino name, C Rock name, and they'd be like, you know what I mean, have a long paragraph on YouTube, and at the end they asking for money, trying to make the people think that it's actually you. You understand that? So you got a lot of people out there, that's really trying to con. What's wrong with getting up and going to work? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
If you need more money, work overtime. Get a second and third job. Simple. You know.
And
Uh,
then it says in the Bible, the recompense of a man's hand shall be rendered unto him. So, what you do with your life, what you do with your hands, your work, you're going to get back. And if you're scheming people, it's going to come back on you. I'm just saying. So,
Absolutely. You know what I mean? You have a kind heart. You know what I mean? So does those other people who gave to him. Some people. One person gave about, I think it was like $350. They gave him.
oh, wow.
And I mean, $350, and he was the first person who told me about and me and him got little issues as far as like disagreements with the scriptures or whatever the case may be, but he still explained his situation. I don't want to see anybody in that type of situation. I seen screenshots or whatever the case may be, and the same situation with you. I'm pretty sure he has conned more people in general. You know what I mean? Now,
Yeah, my dad said who knows, he could be making a very well covert living off this, and he did say too. Thing I find funny is I helped him out and don't expect anything in return, and automatically, if I ask him his name after helping him out, I'm a devil. But I never called him a devil, or I don't wish harm on him. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah, absolutely. And I know the emails because they email me. You understand? Him, JP, but they in the block and spam folder. So whatever they send in, I don't I don't receive it. You understand? Even the so-called phone numbers. When they text me or email me, blocked in the spam folder because I don't have time for none of that nonsense. You understand? Going
Yeah,
back and forth, with people like that. You understand? People
yeah,
try to, help a person out like him and try to be sincere. And the amount of wickedness in his heart like that is just unbelievable. And you pimping the word of God and you trying to pimp, you know what I mean, cheerful givers with your tactics. Oh, I'm homeless. I need money for food. I'm sleeping in my car or whatever the case may be, man. Listen, I wouldn't make fun of somebody being homeless, but if they lazy, it's something different. You understand?
yeah. A sluggard. Yeah.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. So we're gonna conclude this. You know what I mean? So if anybody have any questions in the chat room, if you have any closing remarks at Mr. Craig Giselle,
Just thanks for letting me share, Tony. I didn't want to, cause any discourse, but it is what it is. Like I didn't want anything from St. Louis. I was just trying to help him. All I asked simply was his name, and it was just shown. All of a sudden, I'm a devil, and nobody knows who he is. And this is a repeated pattern by him over and over again. So, uh, thanks for letting me share, and yeah, I do appreciate just the fact that you do have a good platform to discuss Bible and everything, give good health tips and everything. And yeah, so yeah, I look forward to you keep doing your thing, and I look forward to keep making biblical videos, spreading Bible. And yeah, so thanks.
absolutely, man. So you have to enjoy the rest of your day, man. And I think
Thank
that's
you.
later on, man, for sure.
All right, I'll see you.
Peace. All right, we're about to conclude this live. I'm about to conclude this live and go lay back down. You understand? For work tonight. You know what I mean? So I thank everybody for tuning in, for really talking about the situation with Saint Doofus or whatever his name is. He get upset when I call him that. He cry like a baby. You understand? If you are homeless, if you are homeless and lazy, that's on you. You're a grown man. Go out there and work. I don't feel like going to work at 7:30, working 13, 14 hours a night. I don't feel like it. You understand? I don't feel like it. I'm tired. But I got to go lay back down and get ready for a 13-hour shift driving these tractor trailers, man. I don't feel like it, but I have to. You know what I mean? Man don't work, man don't eat. You understand? So shout out to everybody in the chat room. Naomi Hope, Bless One, Corey Finney, Call Me Bless, shout out to you. Call Me Bless One and Georgina Fleming. Shout out to the 2 channel moderators. You know what I'm saying? For keeping this channel intact. You know what I mean? Appreciate that. Thank you. Thanks to Craig Giselle for sharing his experience upon what he went through. Appreciate that. As Stacy Starr, definitely appreciate that in general. We might have a biblical discussion on Monday. You know what I mean? Not tomorrow. The service is tomorrow. You know what I mean? I'll probably be in bed, after tonight or whatever. Then I work Sunday night, and then I'm off that Monday. So we might have a biblical discussion on Monday. Brother Bronson and Cartels Young. You know what I mean? Should be a good one. Going to be a good one. And we definitely is going to have that discussion on Monday, hopefully around 7 p.m. Be on the lookout for more Truth of God videos. More Truth of God videos coming here on this YouTube channel. Daily Motions, Rumble.com, Facebook. Go to the groups on Facebook. You know what I mean? Go to the groups on Facebook. Holiness, Truth of God and Scriptures. You know what I mean? That's a top group that I post Truth of God videos. It's going crazy. Our Father which art in heaven. It's another Facebook group. Truth of God, Ghana. That's another one. I think there's another one called Teaching Scriptures or something like that. Forgive me. There's a lot of groups that I promote the Truth of God in, man. There's a whole bunch on Facebook. You know what I mean? So Facebook allows you to post more and more. You know what I mean? When you upload the videos on their end on Facebook to promote and push the Truth of God for sure, man. So it's a blessing to push the Truth of God. You know what I mean? So, even if y'all in the groups, man, appreciate y'all for watching the videos and stuff like that. I'm concluding. May you all have a blessed day. Hey, Brainwash TV. Appreciate that, man. You know what I mean? Good night to everybody. I'm out. Peace.